I feel, even though when I say year 7, if I heard that, I'm like, oh my God, you're old. And then saying it, I'm like, I'm still in the beginning. Like I still feel like a baby teacher at times. So that clinic was specifically engineered, and it was actually me and my best friend, Anna Bush, who's the band director at Vandegrift. Talk about full circle. And we both felt strongly and passionately about how when we grew up, like her dad's a band director. We both grew up in the same school district. She went to Cedar Park. She went 2 years after I did. We actually went to the same elementary school, that Cedar Park zoned elementary school. We went to the same one, but we didn't know each other. And then we were at the competing high schools. We were at Vandegrift and Cedar Park, and we knew of each other, but we didn't know each other because we both thought each other hated one another, because that's how girls are sometimes. So anyway, she and I would talk a lot now about how when we were growing up, because we grew up in the same environment, that we didn't have a ton of female role models of what this job looks like. There were my band director in middle school is female, and she's amazing, and she's probably 4'11", but is a dynamite, and I learned so much from her because of her. But we didn't feel like we had a ton of examples of what female band directing looks like. And we wanted to talk about it from that perspective too, about when there's some things that being a woman in this profession, if you approach it like a man, that you will get called out for. There's just different things, and I don't care. I don't care if I'm going to get called out for it, because I'm going to teach the way that I think is best. And that was kind of what we were talking about, is that you, as a teacher, you bring your own whatever to your classroom. And that while you have role models, whether it's male, female, or any other label you want to put on a person, you need to be teaching from your voice, because that's what students are going to connect to. And not to try to be somebody else or try to be what your band director was or anything, because kids have the best, BS meters. They know if you're lying, or if you're not being true to yourself. And so it's really important that you are teaching from yourself, from who you are, because that's what the kids are going to resonate to the most. And how both she and I felt like we struggled with that at the beginning, because we were trying to be our band directors, or we were trying to be someone else. And again, we were modeling the male mentorship, the male perspective. Yeah. And sometimes things don't translate as well. I would say something that my band director would say all the time that I never took offensively or anything. And then I would say it in the classroom, and I would get an angry parent email about being bossy or being whatever. And it's okay, that's what was told to me growing up. And right. No one got any angry parent emails, but because I said it, because I'm, 24 years old and a girl, I'm getting in trouble for it. So it was important to us to share our experiences and talk about it. And at the end of the day, encourage people to teach the way that is true to them.